Good morning, dandelions. Good morning. Wanted to check in with you today, see how you're doing, catch up a little bit. Y'all, I had forgotten how hard it was to move. I'll never want to move again, um, or have to have the money to hire somebody. But we did have some exciting news. This is how you know your life and the status of your life, the things you get excited about. So the new house is great. We love it. It's nothing big and fancy, but it's a little bigger than what we had. It's a step up for us. And but the shower, the master bath shower, was horrible. And it was just the construction, walk-in half shower. Uh, had a seat in there, so there wasn't a lot of room. It's kind of like on a cruise ship. You got to soap the walls up and spin, to take a bath because it's so tiny. Um, and there was some black stuff growing up in the corners that I just could not get off. I scrubbed it, bleached it, everything, and I just hated that shower. And we left behind a beautiful shower at our other house that we had installed. Let me tell you, we had Bath Planet put that shower in, and we know now they overcharged us by more than double. So if you're going to have a new shower put in, um, I would try to find a crew. All those companies do is hire a crew, and then they charge you double. So they give the crew their fee, and then they take the rest. That shower at the other house, and this is in Arkansas. I'll put a picture of that shower here. It was beautiful, but they charged us $11,000 for it, and the crew who did it said they would do our other bathroom for $6,000. Oh, that means Bath Planet took $5,000 profit. And so we got over here to this house, and I just knew we needed another shower. I couldn't deal with this one, and my husband had no room in there. I mean, it was like a little box. So a friend of ours had their shower done, and she had the name of the crew who did it, and so we had our new shower put in this week. $4,000 total. Cultured marble walls. I'll put a picture here of the before and the after. Now, we do have to still get a door. Well, we have to use a curtain for a minute. The glass company is going to come out this week and give us a quote for putting in a good heavy door that will swing either way. So we'll see. We'll see what that runs. But anyway, so that's our big news, and so you can tell how pathetic my life is. I'm excited about a shower. I did not know how much it meant to have a decent, good, beautiful shower until we had the one at the other house, and it just makes your day start so much better. Okay, that's enough of that. That's my tip for the day. Don't hire a bath renewal company. Um, you could even maybe go to the big box store and see if they can put you up with a crew or something. But just remember, if you hire a company, they're just going to hire a crew. So anyway, we lucked into finding this person who did our shower. The other thing I want to talk to you about real quickly is, when you're estranged from your adult child, it's painful enough, but you don't need other people blaming it on you. And I I guess your phone listens to you, because since I've been talking about this on this channel, I get all these Facebook groups about estranged children popping up in my feed, estranged adult children. And I'll go through and read the comments sometimes, read the posts, and everybody's got the same story. It seems like it's such an epidemic, but you'll see these posts from people who say, if your child has walked away from you, you should look at yourself, because no child will willingly walk away from a parent unless there's good reason. What a bunch of hogwash. And I get tired of that guilt, that is being thrown our way. I did nothing to deserve this. There was never a conversation like, can we sit down, and talk about this, Mom? and at least let me know if I was crossing boundaries, or what was my offense. I don't know. It was just, I love you, but you can't be in my life. And so people who haven't experienced that, and let me tell you, sometimes it comes from an outside influence on your adult child, a spouse, a friend, a therapist, you know, that all of a sudden they have to cut people out of their lives. If I cut out everybody who ever offended me or looked at me weird, I wouldn't have anybody in my life. You got to give people a pass sometimes. Certainly, I'm not talking about parents who abused, neglected, emotionally or physically abused. Certainly, I'm not talking about that. Those children deserve to walk away. I'm talking about normal households. My kids were at Disney World 3 times growing up. They traveled the country. We we went to every gymnastics lesson and meet and dance and karate. I mean, we did everything. Those kids had everything, which may have been the problem. Now my sons are fine. Boys don't get as dramatic, I don't think, as girls. But anyway, I get tired of this guilt being thrown at the parent. Was I a perfect parent? No, of course not. I made some mistakes. I was young. But neglect and abuse and not caring about my children was never one of my faults. So these people who want to point the finger and say, it must be you. What did you do? Maybe I didn't do anything. Maybe there's another factor in this. But I never got the chance to sit down and talk about it, so I don't know. Anyway, if you experience that, getting the blame thrown on you, or the side eye, like, what did you do to your child to make them walk away? I hope that you can just let that go. That's ignorance talking. That's ignorance. And that's somebody who hasn't experienced this horrible existence. When your own child, from the minute you know you're pregnant and you care about that soul, and you go 9 months watching what you eat and drink and everything for the good of this child, and then 18 years is everything for the good, neglecting yourself for this person to get them on their feet, and then one day they say goodbye. It's a gut punch. So anyway, I just want to put that out there because I see it a lot on social media, this finger wagging at the parent. And I don't think that some parents deserve it, but I sure didn't. And I don't know, I'm sure that none of you did either. I know some of your stories. So I found a couple of Bible verses for this situation. The first one comes from Galatians 6:2. Bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Christ. Bear each other's burdens. Have empathy. I am so sorry this happened to you. That's all you have to say. I'm talking to people who want to criticize. You don't have to put judgment and guilt on somebody. I am sorry that this happened to you. That's it. And then I want to finish that with Matt 7:1. Matt, we're on first name basis. Matthew 7:1. Judge not, lest ye be judged. Unless you've walked in somebody else's shoes, Elvis said it, walk a mile in my shoes. You don't know. You don't know what went on behind closed doors. Judge not, lest you be judged. Okay, I want to say we are going to take off this afternoon and go see the new Michael Jackson biopic. I found out there's a game show on TV that we watch every week called The Floor. It's got Rob Lowe as the host. It's kind of a fun little show. Anyway, there was a producer on there. I just lost my ring light, so it went dark a little bit. There's a producer on there who does movies and biopics. And he said it's not biopic. I've always called it biopic. And he said, it's a biopic. And so I looked it up, and I'll be dadgum, he's right. So anyway, we're going to go see the Michael Jackson biopic and compare it to Elvis, the movie Elvis. I know that wasn't technically a biopic, but we're going to go and see how well they did it. And I'll come back with a report. Y'all take care. Have a great afternoon, and I'll talk to you in a couple of days.